The world of One Piece has many devil fruits, with many having interesting and otherworldly abilities. But not all devil fruits are created equally. While some fruits grant incredible abilities such as lightning control, creating earthquakes, or even becoming a literal god, others are not so incredible. The right devil fruit can turn a character from not so impressive to a force of nature. Some characters are near unstoppable with their devil fruits, but without it they are pretty unimpressive. There have been many examples of characters whose abilities have taken them to great heights. Which begs the question, how strong would these characters be without their devil fruits? As a result, I have decided to create this series called Carried, where I will look at how strong a devil fruit user is with their abilities, and then gauge how strong they would be without them. The goal of this series is to look at various devil fruit users across the series, and at the end of the video we will answer one question. Is this character carried by their devil fruit, or not? Every devil fruit user forms a fighting style around their devil fruit, but some rely on their fruits more than others. It's time to find out who is carried by their fruits, and who is not. In this episode of the Carried series, we are going to tackle one of the most powerful characters in all of One Piece, a former member of the Rocks Pirates crew, former Yonko of the Sea, the man that rivaled the Pirate King himself, the strongest man in the world, Edward Newgate, Whitebeard. When I created this series, I always knew there would be some characters that would be nothing without their devil fruits, and some characters that would still be terrifying without them. Anyone who has really paid attention to One Piece should know which category Whitebeard falls into. Obviously, Whitebeard benefits from his devil fruit. The ability to create earthquakes and tidal waves, the power to tilt or even destroy entire islands, even being stated to have the power to destroy the entire world by Sengoku. His devil fruit was so powerful that Blackbeard masterminded the entire Marineford War just to get his hands on it. Whitebeard's devil fruit was incredibly powerful, but was he carried by it? That is what we are here to discuss. So let's jump into Whitebeard's stats. Right off the bat, Whitebeard has some of the best durability in the series. Unlike Luffy in the last episode, Whitebeard's devil fruit does not help with his durability. Despite that, he still has some of the most impressive durability feats. Whitebeard was able to take hits even his best commanders could not. The same ice that froze Jozu, Whitebeard shattered it. The same light attacks that incapacitated Marco, Whitebeard endured it. The same magma that killed Ace, Whitebeard survived it. He was even stabbed straight through his chest by Squard, and was still able to keep going. 267 sword wounds, 152 bullet wounds, 46 cannon blasts. Whitebeard was an absolute monster. Not to mention all of these feats are from a man who was already sick and dying, meaning that his durability in his prime would be much greater. Attacks that would kill any average or above average person were shrugged off by a man already far removed from his prime. Whitebeard's durability is nothing but impressive. Since Whitebeard was sick and dying during the events of Marineford, his haki was not at its strongest, and yet he still took all of that damage, which only further adds to Whitebeard's already impressive durability. As powerful as he is, Whitebeard is lacking in some areas, speed being one of them. Whitebeard was never really a speed demon. Even though his reaction speed is impressive, his actual movement speed is lacking. Some massive characters such as Kaido can move at incredible speeds, but Whitebeard is not one of those people. Overall, I have not seen anything that would lead me to believe that Whitebeard is a fast character. With his devil fruit, he had the ability to send shockwaves across entire islands, create tidal waves, and earthquakes. Obviously, without it, he would not be able to do any of that. That does not mean he would not have any range at all, though. Whitebeard still has his Naginata, Murakumogiri. We have seen characters like Zoro, Killer, Mihawk, and even Roger using ranged attacks with their weapons. I have no doubt that Whitebeard would also be able to perform similar feats with his Naginata. Without his devil fruit, he would not have the power to destroy the entire world, but that does not make him weak by any stretch of the imagination. He still has immense physical strength that few characters can rival. With one hand, he was able to stop an entire ship that was moving at full speed. He also had the strength to block a direct attack from a giant with no effort. He would also have his Naginata Murakumogiri. This Naginata is not some prop either. Murakumogiri is a supreme grade blade, which puts it in the same tier as Mihawk's blade Yoru and Roger's sword Ace, making it one of the 12 great blades in the world, the highest tier of weaponry in One Piece outside of the ancient weapons. That means Murakumogiri should be on par with Yoru, and stronger than Enma. It doesn't stop there though. Whitebeard was also a very proficient haki user. He was able to fight on par with the Pirate King himself, and even after his prime, he was able to fight against the three admirals at different points during Marineford. His observation haki was strong enough to sense Oden approaching his crew and tell how strong he was from a great distance. His armament haki was strong enough to help him overpower Akainu, and best of all, his Conqueror's haki. Whitebeard was one of the few pirates in the world capable of using advanced Conqueror's haki, the haki strong enough to enable Whitebeard to contest Roger himself. Whitebeard's overall strength was so great that Kaido respected him and thought of him as a man capable of fighting him. Advanced Conquerors is easily the strongest form of haki we've seen in the series so far, and Whitebeard was shown to be highly proficient in it. With a mastery of every form of haki, one of the strongest weapons on the planet, Whitebeard's attack power would still be very high even without a devil fruit. After everything I have said, it is time to answer the question, was Whitebeard carried by his devil fruit? And the obvious answer is, no, not by a long shot. Whitebeard has incredible durability, taking hits that would even take down great men. He had one of the most powerful weapons in the series, and the skills necessary to use it effectively. Whitebeard has been using Wakamogiri for over 30 years, and has shown that he knows how to use this weapon, being able to fend off attacks from powerful swordsmen such as Odin and Roger. He had strength that few characters could match, and his haki was strong enough for him to fight against even the best of the best. Kaido stated that powerful haki was needed to reach the top of the pirate world, and Whitebeard had that in spades. Whitebeard has proven that he was more than just his devil fruit. Even without his devil fruit, Whitebeard would still become an infamous pirate and climb the heights of the pirate world. So, that's the video. Let me know what you guys think. How strong would Whitebeard be without his devil fruit? And do you agree with my analysis? There are still other devil fruit users that need to be evaluated. If you are new here, I did a similar video about Luffy. You can watch it here. And if you want to know why Sanji will lead Germa 66 in the future, you can watch this video right here. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video or dislike if you didn't, and consider subscribing for more videos like this in the future. Thanks for watching.